video we're going to look at the last of our 3 trig ratios. Tan theta equals O over A, which is required to use when your question involves an angle, a right angle obviously, O and A, okay, with no reference to the length that is opposite the right angle of the hypotenuse, so there's no reference to the hypotenuse in this question. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to give you 3 examples, and the first thing you do when you always start a trig question is, just make sure I put my right angles in, that you label it with diagram. So if we've got a right angle in the question, then opposite the angle is O, opposite. Next to the angle is A, and this time there's no reference to the hypotenuse. It's not given, we don't need to calculate it, so I'm going to ignore it. So in this question we have an angle which our reference is theta, which is 50 degrees, O, which is what we're required to find out, A, which is 5 centimeters. Now theta, O and A is tan, so tan theta equals O over A. Substitute the numbers in, so tan 50 degrees equals O over 5. Rearrange to make O the subject, so multiply the 5 across, so O equals 5 tan 50 degrees. We put that in our calculator, 5 tan 50 to 1 decimal place, it's going to round up, it's 6.0 centimeters. Okay, example number 2. Again, start by labeling. You have an angle, opposite the angle is O, the opposite, next to the angle is A. No reference to the hypotenuse in this question, so I'm going to ignore it. So theta is our angle, 25, O is 4 centimeters, A is what we're required to find out. So again, theta OA, no reference to H, so it has to be tan theta is equal to O divided by A. Substitute tan 25 degrees equals 4 over A. Again, if you've been following the previous 2 videos, we do the rearrangement. So we need to make A the subject, so it's the denominator at the minute, so we can't just move the 4, we've got to move the A first by multiplying. So A tan 25 degrees equals 4, and then we can move the tan 25 away by division, because the tan 25 is multiplied onto the A, so A equals 4 divided by tan 25 degrees. If we put that in our calculator, 4 divided by tan 25, did I just do that right? Yep. Is 8.6 centimeters. Okay, and the last one. So again, start by referencing up your diagram. So we're required this time to find the angle, and opposite the angle we're required to find is the O. Next to the angle that we're required to find is the adjacent. So our question involves an angle which we're required to find, the opposite, which is 5 centimeters, and the adjacent, which is 4 centimeters. Now we are going to, because it involves theta, O and A, we're going to use tan, because all of these are being tan, but you need to make that decision when you come to find a question based on what you've been given and what you need. So tan theta equals O over A. Substitute, so tan theta equals O is 5, A is 4, it's 5 over 4. We need to rearrange, so we need to do the opposite of tan, which is the inverse tan, so tan to the minus 1. So theta equals tan to the minus 1 of 5 over 4. Again, as in previous videos, to find the inverse, we press shift and then in this case tan, so it gives tan to the -1. If you've got a Spanish calculator, it probably says arc sin, arc cos, arc tan instead of tan -1. And then 5/4 equals 51.3 degrees. So 3 different examples, all using tan theta equals O/A, but just for finding different values within theta, O and A.